I stopped talking to my husband again. So I was sitting in the bedroom working, and he comes in and he's like, "Are you making something? The oven's on." And I was like, "Oh yeah, actually I started making these new cookie things for the kids, and there's dough that I had to make, but I didn't realize that it needed to chill for 30 minutes first. So I had to put the stuff in the refrigerator." He just cuts me off and he's like, "Do you want the oven on?" And I stop and I think, and I'm like, "Well," and then he cuts me off again. He's like, "I'm going to turn it off." And I'm like, "Yeah, I think that's a good idea. You can just turn it off." See, I over-explained and I gave way too many details that men just really don't give a shit about. He didn't.
That very last statement I have a real hard time hearing. Effectively, what was happening here was you were sharing what the mental load was, why it was on. Yeah, anyone would like to be unburdened with the mental load of why things are happening. I would say in a lot of scenarios, if men are not caring about these things, that's an issue, rather than a behavior or an expectation of how they exist every day. In the fair play method, he's just concerned about execution. You're pointing out and you're telling people, actually, yeah, the conception planning, yeah, that was on me. I didn't need to share any of that with him. I totally disagree. The examples from Eve's book is she asked the husband, "Hey, can you grab a glue stick when you come back home?" It was for a project that had to be delivered the next day. If the glue stick was forgotten, that was an extra errand that someone was gonna have to run when he got home. This video would say that, you know what, that's extra information. He doesn't need that. He just needs to be able to execute. But then there's the catch-22 of when he gets home, when he turns off the oven and doesn't have the full context of it. The person that is holding the conception and planning of it is getting upset. And meanwhile, they're over there in La La Land with execution saying, "Why are you making such a big deal out of this?" This is empathy. This is what I work on the men that I coach to do. Seeing the invisible labor, understanding it, empathizing with the loneliness and hurt and sadness that comes along with none of it being seen. This husband were someone I was coaching and this had turned into a fight, would have had him go back into the coaching and say, when you approached her with asking about turning on or off the oven, I looked around to see if there were any frozen pizzas or frozen nuggets out, looked to see if there were any recipes out on the counter. There are two sides to this coin. I encourage men to care more. It's made a significant impact in our relationship. I can see and appreciate all the things that Alyssa is thinking about. I love and care for her, and I'm able to care for her and empathize with her more. Hi, my name's Zach. I'm your mental load coach. Hi, Zach. This is something you're working on with your partner, better understanding the mental load. DM me the word guide. I'll send you my free mental load 101 PDF via email. It is 300 of my mental load videos all squashed into one PDF.